I'm gonna have to cut out me sniffling a lot because I'm sick. Speaking of, I need to blow my nose. I'll be right back. Okay, video time.
This is what I live for.
So, Lego Monkey Kid Season 5 is out, and I watched it, and I have some opinions about it. Hello, Swamp Stars, the stars of the swamp. I'm olioverr. Lego Monkey Kid Season 5 is out, and oh boy, is it different. For the people who don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, Lego Monkey Kid is a modern adaptation of the Chinese novel, The Journey to the West. The story contains a bunch of cool original characters, most of them being reincarnations from the characters of the original story. Pigsy, Sandy, Tang, and the main character, MK, aka the Monkey Kid. After accidentally stumbling across the famous staff of Sun Wukong, the Monkey King, he spends most of his days training with the famous simian himself and keeping the city Megapolis safe from evil demons. Is it Megapolis? Metropolis? No, that's Superman. I think Megapolis is right. And okay, I wouldn't say evil demons. These two are just silly. This one is hot. This one is hot and gay. This one is trans. And these two are cunt. The theme of fate and destiny plays a heavy role in the show, with things that are almost set in stone and just meant to happen. But with the connections made along the way, various anchors that ground you where you are, how can you look at a certain future in the face and just lie back and accept it? I love this show for everything that it is. The fun adaptation of The Journey to the West, the characters, the animation, we'll get to that, and the voice acting and sound design. The show releases a season every year, I believe, and it is hell every single time. You have not felt real betrayal, real frustration, until you've experienced Lego Monkey Kid release days. Lego Monkey Kid doesn't release like normal shows. First, the show airs in China with a Chinese dub, and then weeks later it airs in English dub on a website called Happy Kids. Allegedly. It's different every year. Sometimes a new Lego set would be leaked like a month or weeks before the episodes drop, so we get a tiny clue as to oh my god. So we get a tiny clue as to who is in season 5. And even this year, the first 2 episodes of the season aired, and then it was like, oh cool, I guess they're gonna start dropping a couple episodes per week. And then the fucking entire season just aired on Roku TV on a random Wednesday. But the months leading up to that are just fucking, oh my god. I'm gonna talk to the Steven Universe fandom for a second. Y'all remember before we got a Steven bomb, before the Steven bombs would drop? You remember seeing images like these? Yeah, you remember the fake leaks, right? That was fun. That was silly. I hate this fucking film. Since one of the things that Lego Monkey Kid is really popular for is its animation and artwork, that inevitably leads to the fandom being filled with really talented artists. Do you see what I'm getting at? Niggas make fake leaks every other week. And it's worse if it's around the time the episode is supposed to air because people don't have a date to look forward to. And the releases are fucking crazy. Some people don't even know where to watch the show officially, but I do because I love consuming media. Do you see this shit? I can't take this shit anymore. At least draw Macaque and Wukong kissing or something. The trailer for season 5 aired on a Chinese video streaming site, kind of like YouTube, called Bilibili, and all hell broke loose. Remember when I said that animation and artwork was one of the main reasons why the show was so popular? People noticed that the animation in the trailer looked not as good as the other seasons. And again, because of the fake leaks, people didn't think it was real. I was one of those people. A Lego set dropped a month, weeks before, so there's no way a single fan could have made this whole thing. Was this a team effort? But it was posted on the official Lego channel on Bilibili. Did they get hacked? What is happening? A lot of fans were disappointed to find that the trailer was indeed real. But you may ask yourself, why is there a noticeable decrease in the animation quality? Characters are sometimes off model and animated using rigged animation. Turns out Lego Monkey Kid switched animation studios. Flying Bark, a studio that's worked on shows like Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur is no longer working on the show. Instead, the show is now being produced by WildBrain. They worked on Sonic Prime, Proud Family, Louder and Prouder. You've probably watched some of their work. Animation usually isn't a thing that takes me out of the story or whatever media I'm watching at the time, but I'd be lying if I said that that didn't happen here at least a little bit. I think the problem is the Lego Monkey Kid art style is more suited for traditional animation. It's what gives it that charm. This art style really isn't suited for rigged animation, and obviously there's nothing wrong with rigged animation. I think some shows use it really well and in fact work better for its art style. For example, Dead End Paranormal Park, Rick and Morty, BoJack Horseman. In my honest opinion, Lego Monkey Kid just isn't the show for that, and I'm not saying that WildBrain Studios ruined Lego Monkey Kid. I'm not gonna threaten the animators and strangle the storyboarders to death. They got dealt a pretty fucked up hand. The standard is already so high for Lego Monkey Kid for how fast they get this season out and how good the animation quality is. Yeah, they cut corners here and there by reusing animation, but that generally isn't an issue to me. If it doesn't lower the animation quality or take me out of the story, I'm all for cutting corners. You can even see WildBrain doing this by reusing animations from other seasons. Am I a fan of the art style and animation? No, I can't say I'm the biggest fan. It doesn't look terrible, but it's noticeable, and it is an honest critique coming from me. But season 5 hinted at there being more seasons of the show, so I have faith that WildBrain will get their footing, you know what I mean? For example, look at season 1 Wukong. I hate him. I hate him actually. I hate him so much. That nigga looks like he eats rocks and shits earthworms. But as the seasons went on, bro had the glow up of the century. Not even just Wukong. Obviously the show started to look better and better as the seasons continued. Season 1 was fun and brought something new to the Lego scene in contrast to a show like Ninjago that uses 3D animation. Season 2, you can tell they were getting more stable footings in terms of character design and animation. Season 3, yeah, we cooking up. And season 4, on perfection. That's the fucking Krabby Patty secret formula. I assume the same will apply for WildBrain. I'm choosing to be optimistic for the show's future, but in the meantime, I will give criticism. This is media I enjoy and fell in love with, made by a company that's supposed to be profiting off my consumption. Niggas supposed to be paying for this shit. I'm gonna critique the product I'm allegedly supposed to be paying for. Despite my criticism for the season's animation and artwork, I thought season 5 was pretty good. Not perfect, but it's pretty alright. Spoilers here on out for season 5 and I guess season 4. You know, just to be safe, let's say all of Lego Monkey Kid. I'm gonna fucking season 5 really, and I mean really, hammers home the themes of fate and the inevitable. While MK is restless and battling his internal struggles of being the self-proclaimed harbinger of chaos. That name is so fire. A being whose purpose is to essentially wreak havoc, while also fearing the taunting voice of the inner demons telling him that fighting for what's right will only lead to pain and suffering. And when I say restless, I mean restless. Bro has eye bags and hasn't gotten a good night's rest in who knows how long. Season 5 dives more into MK's past, and I mean way more. On a wholesome note, the show discusses MK's relationship with Pigsy, which is a nice moment. They make MK's favorite bowl of noodles and Pigsy tucks MK in the bed. Well, I wouldn't say tuck. While making noodles together, Pigsy tells MK that going by the book isn't always the right way. You should sometimes do what feels right despite what's written. And oh my god, does that come into play later. MK, Wukong, and Macaque get put on trial for allegedly fucking up the universe, and Wukong gets the infamous circlet put back on his dome. Powered by the heavenly host. Stop! Nigga, you get. Side note, I want to point out that these niggas only get you when you're sleeping. MK hasn't slept in so long that they're just now catching these niggas. Cracks that were present in season 4 are back and they're spreading like crazy. The 3 become celestial outlaws and are now on the run from Heaven's celestial army. The gang devises a plan to fix the Pillar of Heaven by finding the 5 mystical stones, which were once used to mend it before by the goddess Nuwa. And that's pretty much most of the season. Very reminiscent of season 3 with the Samadhi fire. Side note, season 3 was one of my favorite seasons, and I'll give you $5 if you can guess why. They find the first stone, and after they find it, the story starts to take a darker tone. To properly explain, in Attack on Titan, Eren Yeager kisses the hand of Historia, a character that has royal blood. Not gonna explain the whole deal, that would be a whole separate video, but to sum it up, Eren kisses Historia's hand and he sees the future. What Eren saw changed him for the rest of the show. After MK gets the first stone, he gets a glimpse into his future, and what MK sees leaves him clapped. What MK sees is him killing himself in order to save the world. Just saying that sentence makes my stomach turn. This, what MK knows is an inevitable future, haunts him for the rest of the season. Despite Monkey King telling MK that they don't know exactly what they saw, it still sticks with MK, and I don't blame him. Monkey King is a known liar in the show. He lied about going on a vacation in the Samadhi fire. MK knows deep down that the Monkey King is just saying this to ease both of their worries. This attitude of, it'll probably be fine from Monkey King throughout the show is both infuriating and relatable. It makes sense because of his careless behavior in his past, but this put it off for later mentality always comes back to bite them later. Ironic, I know. Before I talk about the next episode, here's a word from our sponsor. Me nigga. It's self-promo time. Hello to all the swamp stars, the stars of the swamp. Thank you for 6,000 subs. At the time of recording, we're almost at 7K. Oh shit. That's fucking insane to me. You guys are cool. I appreciate your kind words. Thank you for all the kind words. Follow my Twitter. I make funny tweets. Also, my shirt is gonna change in the middle of this video because I fell asleep while recording the first part. In case you have a question of why'd your shirt change? Don't, oh my God, please don't say anything. Thank you. The next episode is The Storm Within, and I don't really have many complaints with this episode. This episode is a Sandy and MK adventure as the gang previously split up to look for clues as to where the other stones are hidden. I really like this pairing and I would like to see more of them, both struggling with inner demons, one more literal than the other. And this episode is MK accepting the part of himself that he fears so much. His rage, his fear, his desperation. His power isn't something that he should reject. It's an important part of him, and all the people he saved has been because of this mix of his resolve and power. While Mei is scouting, she gets shot down by something similar to the power of the Samadhi fire. Turns out Red Sun created a replica of the Samadhi fire. Is that right? I don't think that's right.
May have accidentally created a failed replica of the Samadhi fire.
I think this episode is dumb. Not for its purpose, but the way it carries its purpose. The purpose of the episode is to parallel the insecurities of each member in the team. Pigsy expressed his fear of not being strong enough to keep MK safe. Destiny or whatever chooses MK to deal with all these big bads and world-ending threats, and one of these days MK might get hurt or worse. And what's Pigsy to do? Mei expresses her concern with everyone around her getting stronger while she stays the same. This goes hand in hand with her being afraid of not being able to keep the people she cares about safe, which is something she mentions in season 4. At first watch, I feel as if Mei's insecurities about this come out of nowhere. Maybe I'm an idiot or I misinterpreted something, but I didn't know that we thought, or we were supposed to think, that the Samadhi fire was supposedly gone. I thought it was just assumed that Mei was always tapping into that power somehow. Please correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Let me know if I'm an idiot or not. Red Sun doing this, I feel, is also very dumb, which is something Mei grills him for, yeah, but this whole episode just felt like a last minute reason to put Red Sun in the season. And I'm not entirely upset about that. Red Sun fans have been starving since season 3. I feel bad for you niggas.
There's nothing.
Here y'all go. There he is. Is it making you feel better? He's gonna stay right here on my desk. He's gonna watch me make this video. Also, I don't like Mei's mech. I just don't like it. I like the more bulky designs like MK's mech from the earlier seasons. I think Najah's is pretty cool. So yeah, everyone's getting time to work out their insecurities. W. One I'm really happy about is Pigsy. He's known for being MK's hot-headed dad or parental figure, a comedic anchor for MK's troublemaking. But since season 4, the show has given us a peek into their past and shined a light on their father-son relationship. This backstory grounds us a bit and solidifies both MK and Pigsy's character. The weight of the world being on MK's shoulders and Pigsy feeling as if he's too weak to burden or save him from some of that weight is something heartbreaking, especially from a parental perspective. The closer the group gets to collecting the stones, the closer closer MK is to his fate. He doesn't tell the group, obviously, because he doesn't want them to worry, but he's essentially delaying the inevitable because Li Jing, the leader of the manhunt, finds them and MK senses the aura of the fifth stone. MK senses the aura of the fifth stone inside his pagoda, Li Jing's infinite prison. So they just jump into the pagoda. I would also like to point out that Pigsy was the first one to chase after MK. MK points out that the crack started after Azure absolutely fucked up the Jade Emperor. Like, that nigga got one shot. That shit was so sad. Meaning that the Jade Emperor was a guardian for the fifth stone. And now, since it's being guarded by Li Jing, Neja's father, the stone has to be inside the pagoda. But little do they know, inside the pagoda rests a powerful 100-eyed demon. This demon sends the group deep into their memories, making them relive traumatic or scary events, including Wukong and Macaque's fatal battle. This shot is actually sick work, and I hate y'all niggas for this. We're brought to MK's past, where we see some of his battles from season 1 to 4. Then we're brought to the moment MK was created. No, not like that. Nasty ass. We see MK being created by the goddess Noa, the one responsible for originally using the stones to fix the Pillar of Heaven. And it is here we learn the most heart-wrenching thing about the protagonist we come to love over the seasons. MK was solely created to be the world's sacrifice. In addition to the 5 mystical stones, MK must also add himself to the Pillar of Heaven in order to save the world. Being born to die is something so stomach-turning when you sit down and think about it for a second. We then learn that MK was put in this situation by someone who's been pulling the strings in the background. I'll touch on this more another time, maybe another video, but Azure was manipulated, used as a pawn in a bigger plan. Someone let Azure out of the underworld because they knew that he would dethrone the Jade Emperor, causing the cracks in the world. Meet the 9-headed demon, aka Destiny's #1 op. His reveal didn't really move me at first. I don't know. Maybe it's just his design. It grew on me over time, but it didn't really have that, you know? The demon explains to MK that he's seen true chaos and wishes to escape into said chaos, which is why he did all this. And despite his appearance and demeanor, in all honesty, bro is kind of chill. Like, MK has a choice. He can either sacrifice himself and save his friends, the world, or he can choose not to and let the world cease to be. At this point, the 9-headed demon is escaping into chaos. Either way, the last thing he wants before he does is to let MK be the one to make that choice. Not his friends, not some god, him, which is something I respect. He knows what it's like to be controlled by something bigger than you, and he hates it. And it's the last thing he wants for MK. He's not really a villain, he's more of an antagonist. Yeah, he second-handedly caused this world-ending threat in the first place by letting Azure loose, but he doesn't want specifically the end of the world. He just wants to escape into the chaos. MK attempts to sacrifice himself, but is stopped by his friends, begging MK to stop, telling him that there must be another way. MK makes up his mind. Being the selfless hero that he is, MK speeds off towards the pillar. The 9-headed demon stops MK's friends from stopping MK, letting him decide his own fate, choosing his own path. What piqued my interest was Macaque specifically. Over the seasons, Macaque has grown attached to MK. The contrast of his actions from season 1 is harsh. I mean, bro literally tried to like kill him. He tried to kill the nigga, and now he's trying to stop him from killing himself. Irony. The things that ground us to earth, your friends, your family, the little things. In the face of your demise, those things seem so much bigger than you think they are. I saw a tweet the other day that stuck with me. The silly Lego monkey shows anti-nihilism media. Yes, your actions and your presence affect the people around you. You add to a web of connections. You love people and those people love you and are loving other people. Your seemingly tiny impact on the world is big in your circle, your community, your tiny planet, and it spreads. That's what makes scenes like this heart-wrenching. Pulling a tree out of the ground isn't neat and simple. Because of the roots, the tree will take some of the ground with it, and a lot of animals will probably lose what they used to call home. MK has cemented himself into the people around him, starting with Pigsy and branching off onto his friends and even enemies. MK does technically make a choice, yes, but to him, there isn't one. Every time MK talks about sacrificing himself, he says that he needs to do this, that it has to be him, that there's no other way.
I have to save you.
Save everyone. This has to happen. This is the only way. It has to be me.
His inner self is telling him that this is the best possible way, the only way. He cherishes his friends that much to the point where letting them die isn't even an option to him. Wukong tries to stop MK while the nine-headed demon fights MK's friends. And Wukong does something similar to what he did in season 3, akin to planning to put the Samadhi fire inside himself, risking his life. He traps MK and speeds off to the Pillar of Heaven, sacrificing himself and saving the world.
Oh!
Is that not fucking crazy? MK uses the fucking MK uses the fucking circlet spell on Wukong. For non-Lego Monkey Kid fans, this is like punching your sweet 80-year-old grandfather. This is like shooting your mom. This scene was hard to watch because, yeah, the implications of it, but also like Wukong's voice actor. Going fucking crazy on that mic. God damn. Did they fucking stab him in the studio? Did y'all set that nigga on fire?
Oh my god, she's raspy today.
MK jumps into the Pillar of Heaven and is met with the goddess Nuwa. You know, it's gonna be so embarrassing if I finish this video and all the comments telling me I'm pronouncing her name wrong. The sigh of relief MK has thinking his friends are safe is short-lived because Nuwa tells him that the world shall continue, but not this specific world.
The pillar will be restored, but this cycle has come to an end.
The cycle's gonna begin, and MK and his friends will be reborn in another life. Since the Guardians are gone, there's no one strong enough to bear the power of the stones alone. To put it simply, MK and his friends are fucking cooked. Them niggas are gonna die anyways. So in MK's eyes, and mine, that sacrifice shit was for nothing. So MK literally just tells Nuwa, nuh-uh, and then fucking dips. And then he just leaves.
You are the harbinger of chaos.
Nah.
Sayonara, nigga!
With his friends, MK stands to face the end of the— ooh, that is the wrong footage. Yo, my fault. MK and his friends face the end of the world together. MK realizes that there's no one strong enough to burden the power of the stones alone. So he and his friends shatter the stones, causing the power to be distributed amongst everyone, fixing the cracks and restoring the pillar. The nine-headed demon pushes MK into the pillar and they end up in the chaos beyond. He commends MK for finding an alternate solution and escapes into the chaos. MK staring at Destiny in the face and just saying nuh-uh is fucking hilarious to me. Despite what was written out for MK, what the Lady Bone Demon was whispering in his ear since season 2, despite what a literal god was telling him, he still found another way to save his friends and the world, or at the very least allow them to see some type of future. And given the circumstances, I think that's something worth celebrating over. Did I like this season on first watch? Not really. Maybe it was because my first watch was in a language I don't speak and in 144p video quality with a big ass watermark. But after the dub came out and I understood like everything and got the big picture or whatever, I really like this story. I like it. I enjoy it for what it is. Do I think it's better than the other seasons? In terms of production, no. Writing wise, I think it's up there. Maybe I'll make a tier list one day. But yeah, I'll give Lego Monkey Kid season 5 a 7 out of 10. It's pretty good. Again, I'm very grateful to Wild Brain Studios for allowing us to have another season of the show. I'm very excited to see what they will do in the future, because like I said, the show hints at there being more seasons, or at least one more season. So yeah, I'm excited for that. I can't wait to see what they cook up. I am very optimistic. That sounded sarcastic as fuck. Follow my Twitter, I yap a ton. Alright, love you guys, not in a parasocial way. Okay, goodbye. If you sneeze during this video, bless you. Wait, I almost forgot. Everyone say bye to Red Sun. Say goodbye to your favorite comfort character. I'm going to fucking kill him.
Nah, with the shit. This year I'm playing pops for my kids. I know the game, I know the guap isn't his. They throwing shade and pray to God it doesn't miss. I know my snake, I mow the lawn, he doesn't hiss. Hold my chain to know tomorrow is legit.